When it comes to pets, cats are clearly top dog. Our feline friends are the world's favourite domestic animal, with an incredible 200 million of them sharing our homes. Whether it's street-tough tomcats or pampered Persians.
That's so cute.
It seems we all love to pet a pussycat. Tonight, we meet some people whose love of cats has hit a whole new level.
I probably spent over $300,000.
Dedicating their lives,
I think I've crossed that line. It's gone into an obsession.
their homes,
We're gonna do a cat count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
and even their business to Moggies. There's a lady who turned her passion for pussycats into a booming business.
I love cats, so I don't really mind being called Crazy Cat Lady.
The man who filled his house and his body with kitties,
When I had 4 cats, it seemed like a good idea, but I've kind of lost control of it.
and one woman whose cat collection runs into 4 figures.
998, 999, 1,000.
So close the cat flap, curl up on the sofa, and get ready for pussies galore. America is known as the land of the free. And in one house in California, free-roaming felines have taken over. Meet Linnea Litanzio. She lives alone with over 1,000 cats.
You're pretty. You're pretty. I found comfort and I found peace and I found love with these animals. My cats love me.
And Linnea's rather unorthodox approach to pet ownership is to let them run wild on her property.
I always wanted cats to run free. I just thought if they didn't have a home, they should have a life. They should be able to run full speed and climb a tree.
Linnea has built the largest cat refuge of its kind in the world.
We're gonna do a cat count today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Her sanctuary houses around 800 cats and 300 kittens, plus a handful of canine imposters.
236, 237.
What's more, Linnea knows every last one of them.
This cat here his name is Eyebrows, and he's from Saudi Arabia. This is Flowers, 561, 562, 63, 64. They don't care what I look like in the morning. They don't care if I'm grouchy. They don't care if I yell. They love me because they know that I take care of them. 674. Up there is 675. And Eyebrows, I already counted you. 998, 999, and 1,000 here in the wagon. You're gonna take care of the laundry today?
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for over 23 years, Linnea's saved cats and kittens, whether feral, abandoned, injured, or surrendered.
I start at 5:15 in the morning, and I work till 9 p.m., and then I start every day the same way. Kitty, 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 kitty. Come on, guys. Let's eat. Come on, Flower. Come on, Cricket.
But before developing an obsessive passion for pussycats, Linnea had led a very different life.
In high school, I was homecoming queen, and then I became Miss Madera County. What happened? Where did I go wrong? We had a lot of money. These are pictures of our Turbo Commander, which is a prop jet aircraft. Life was a lot of action, but I was never more miserable than when I was married. So that showed me that money does not bring happiness.
She split up from her husband, and with a divorce settlement, Linnea bought the house.
This was one of my first cats that I got and turned into the crazy eccentric / masochistic cat lady.
She moved in with just 4 cats, but before she knew it, she took in more. and quickly created a paradise for hundreds.
The property is beautiful. It was just beautiful. And then I kind of covered it up with animals. I have found that I can get along a lot better with cats than I do with most people. That used to be the dining room. When I was married, I used to do 2 dinner parties a week. It's all litter boxes now, so no one will ever eat in there again. This was my kitchen, and you can see that it was made for entertaining. And this is now Cat Central.
And it's not just the inside of the property that's changed.
This used to be my swimming pool. We put this fence around it to keep the animals away from it, but it didn't work. They went under, they went over, they went through the gates. So I just filled it up with dirt. I don't have time to go swimming anyway.
With more and more strays coming to live with her, Pussycat Heaven quickly turned into hell.
The cats encroached on the whole house. Okay, this used to be my bedroom. Right here was a king-size bed with a 6-foot-tall headboard. And what I got was the cats jumping onto my solar plexus in the middle of the night. These are scars on my face from them running across my face, fighting in the middle of the night. And I would wake up and I'd feel blood and I'd say, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I want to sleep. And then they threw up in my ear. And I said, that's it, I'm out, I moved. Somebody had to go. And it was me.
Coming up in part 2,
I love cats. I think I've crossed that line. It's gone into an obsession.
we meet the one-man feline 999 service, who has the scars to prove it.
Every single day I get phone calls asking me to take in cats.
The pedigree cat show competitor who'll stop at nothing for a win.
I bathe all my cats for a cat show. If he didn't like it, I wouldn't do it and he wouldn't be a show cat.
And can Linnea save her cat colony from a catastrophic close down?
I sold my diamond ring to the fence guy to build some more fencing.
Pussies Galore is seeking out those people who take their love of cats to a whole new level. In Hatherley, Devon, Sue Miller's 18-strong pride of cats are more than just pets, they're her prized pussies.
The cat will look you up and down and think, do I love you? And if they do, it's a huge compliment. This wild creature that is still basically a mini lion, and it wants to sit on you, it wants to have your company.
Sue has spent tens of thousands of pounds on her collection of Burmese, Siamese and Persians. But Sue is no ordinary cat lover. She is a champion cat show competitor, and her cats are the ones that often get the cream.
This is quite common. If you go to a cat person's house, you'll find the rosettes on the wall somewhere. This was from the beginning of August, when I travelled all the way up to Stratford-on-Avon, and my boy Freddie, he got best Siamese adult. Ollivander, who is a pedigree pet red Burmese, he's won the Supreme 3 times, so I thought I'd better preserve these.
Sue is one of the top cats out of the 15,000 kitty lovers that show off their moggies each year. For her and many others, the allure of competition was nurtured from an early age.
As a child, my mother dragged me around endless horse shows on beastly ponies that never won anything. And I was persuaded by the breeder of the first cat I bought, oh, she's rather nice, take her to a cat show. There was one on 5 miles down the road, and I thought, well, to shut her up, I'll take this little cat too. And wow, she won, and I was hooked.
There's over 150 cat shows in Britain every year. It's both a competitive and expensive hobby. Pedigree kittens can cost anywhere between £500 and £1,500. But Sue prides herself in ensuring her cats are both well-mannered and good-natured for the judges to inspect.
And if a cat is unhappy to show, the judge can't assess it properly, they can't feel it, they can't look at it if the cat's fighting. Oh, hang on. Stop it, you bad cat. You've upset my strategically placed fruit bowl.
Sue's shown at 16 high-profile cat shows already this year and takes preparation extremely seriously.
Henry here, he is an exotic, and I bathe all my cats before a cat show.
A dislike of water originates from when cats first became domesticated and started spending more time indoors.
It's a beauty contest. They've got to look perfect. They may have been outside in the garden and got mud on them or worse. So they need to have a bath. All right, let's go. This is part of routine. He knows exactly what's coming. Whilst I'm doing this, I can have a good feel to make sure he hasn't got any injuries, any lumps or anything like that. And his coat's going to look great. So we're going to dry him now. So we squeeze him out, as it were.
Having been shielded from the elements for generations, it's hardly surprising that being donked is far from their favourite pastime.
And we can cuddle him then. And apologise for making him all wet, because we were very mean, weren't we? And if he didn't like it, I wouldn't do it and he wouldn't be a show cat. Because it's our hobby, not theirs. Good boy. When I was much younger, my record was taking 13 to a show. I don't know how I did it. I couldn't do it now.
Sue's 7 pedigree pussies face stiff opposition at the snappily titled West of England and South Wales Cat Society Cat Show. But she's holding out hope for one of her youngest entrants.
Little Henry, the exotic, he's in the grand class for the first time. I know the judge likes him, so we'll see. I'm constantly worrying about what I might have forgotten, and I inevitably forget something.
3,000 miles away in America, everything is supersized. With over 50 million feral cats, so is the number of strays. Thankfully, a few cat lovers,
Come on.
like Linnea Latanzio,
Come on, Eyebrows. Daphne, come here.
are saving the United States one furry feline at a time.
I have 800 cats and 300 kittens.
Forced out of her 5-bedroom designer home in California by the 300 cats she was trying to save,
It wasn't big enough for me and them.
Linnea swore that when she moved into the tiny bungalow 50 yards away, it would never happen again.
Hi, guys. It's me. This is a little girl. That's a little boy. Up there is another girl. Once again, I've lost ownership of a home.
Is that comfy? I bet it's cool in there, isn't it?
Eventually, I'll move again, probably smaller, and then hopefully I'll just keep moving into smaller and smaller places till there is no room for animals.
After divorcing her husband, Linnea invested her life savings in her cats.
I sold my Mercedes. It was my pride and joy. When I ran out of money, I sold my wedding ring to the fence guy to build some more fencing. I probably spent over $300,000 of my own. Anything that I had that reminded me of my past life, I got rid of it. I sold it. I didn't need it anymore.
And what she created is the biggest free-roaming cat sanctuary in the world. 12 acres, 22 buildings, all with mod cons, just for cats.
I call this building the Holiday Inn. This is completely insulated. Each one has 2 cat doors, ceiling fans, heaters on timers in the winter. This area here is called Tent City. Even if you live down here, you can see there's electrical, and those have heaters in the winter. They have canned food, so even if you're the river riffraff, you still get service. Toto, stop eating cat food.
Alongside cat accommodation, there's an office with kitten rooms and space for cats with terminal illnesses.
Okay, these are our FIV cats. They have cat AIDS. This is all designed just to keep the cats stimulated. When I stop taking care of the animals, then I deserve to be put away for sure. But as you can see, the animals are all taken care of.
Linnea tops the Pussies Galore leaderboard of cat fanatics. What started out as a hobby has turned into a multi-million-dollar operation, which now employs 40 people, including housekeeper Herlinda.
4 a.m. and we're doing the first feeding. They're starving hungry. They see me coming through the gate early in the morning. Can't really do nothing until you feed them first, you know? There's certain cats that we favor a little bit, or they just won't come down to eat. They don't like to eat with other cats or be around other cats. Kirkland's one of them. I'd always feed him up there. And then we got little Dee. She's deceiving. She acts like she wants you to pet her, and then she'll bite you or scratch you. It takes about an hour to feed everybody.
It's a well-choreographed machine that takes care of these animals.
In fact, every morning, 365 days a year, a veritable military operation takes place.
Every day we shake the beddings and change them out, sweep, mop. I gotta clean, check every bedding for urine, feces, or vomit.
Herlinda and a crack team of feeders, cleaners and maintenance men knock the house and grounds back into shape after the cats have partied all night long.
I mean, they're dirty every day. It's an all-day process. It takes about 8 hours or so, make sure everything's nice and clean.
We go through a pallet of litter, scoopable litter, a week. And then we also use the non-scoop for all our outside litter boxes. The housekeeping staff is responsible for walking almost all 12 acres with a rake and a dustbin to pick up all the errant poop that's on the grass. Everything has to be just well organized. You just do it, you're just used to it. That's all you know.
A bit closer to home in Accrington, Lancashire, if a cat has a problem and no one else can help it, there's only one man who can help you.
Virtually 7 days a week, almost all the time I'm awake, I am working on cat things. It never stops. Some love dogs, some love pigs, I love cats.
Meet Andy Richards, a man bucking the mad cat lady trend. He's dedicated the last decade to helping cats in distress, from ferals fighting for themselves in the wild to lost strays who need a home.
Cats are my friends. They don't judge you. They're not bothered if I'm in a foul mood. It doesn't matter. The cat is just as affectionate towards me. And I know it's sad, but they are my friends. I think I've crossed that line. It's gone into an obsession. And it's become unstoppable now, even if I wanted to.
Which is just as well, as Andy currently shares his small terraced house with 14 friendly felines.
It was never my intention to have 14 cats. I remember when I got my 5th cat, I thought, this is ridiculous. You can't have 5 cats, that's just stupid. But most of these cats that I've got, they're old strays that nobody else wanted.
Cats fill every waking hour for Andy. First job today is to take one he's been fostering for an urgent appointment at the vet's.
This is Keita. Now he's an old stray that came from a different colony to what we've been this morning. You can see he's very bruised and battered. He's been through the wars. He's got a breathing problem. As you can possibly see, he's breathing very heavily. So he's in this morning, he's having some x-rays to just try and find out what this breathing problem's all about. It could potentially be something very serious. It could not be a good outcome for this one today.
While the cat is checked over, Andy sets up shop for the day.
The main point of the shop is to raise money to look after the cats that we have got in our care and rehome them. But it has become like a sort of local hub for the cat community. and people will just drop in and have a brew with us and have a chat about the cats, and it's great. We love that. I mean, obviously, as well as managing the shop, I am, of course, actually in charge of the rescue, East Lancashire Cats itself. And so occasionally it will happen that I'll get... I can ignore that phone. Shall I?
It's the vet calling about Andy's foster cat, Keita.
Right. Yeah, we've just had bad news from the vets, I'm afraid. It looks like he's been hit by a car at some point. It's pushed all his insides all up. It's all compressed all his innards, and it's pushed his bowel up into his lungs. And to operate on that, they won't be able to do it. His lungs will collapse immediately, the vet says. So very, very sadly, we've had to have him put to sleep while he's under anaesthetic. This is the worst part of animal care when you lose one, because especially with a cat like this, because I've had him at my house. I've actually been fostering him at my house, and I've got very, very fond of him. And to lose him like that is just this is as bad as it gets. It really is. Okay.
I'm sorry,
All right. I've had some very black, dark times, and there's been times when no one was there for me. The only thing I had was my cats, and cats never judge you. They've never let me down, so I'll never let them down.
Coming up in part 3, Linnea's cat house gets a visit from 2 British cat fans.
Oh my goodness. Can we leave the door open for more cats to come in if we want to?
If you're brave
Yeah.
enough. All right, let's go.
Will cat show competitors Sue and Henry crumble in the face of the competition?
I still get terrible butterflies in my tummy. I can't see anything.
And can Andy solve the mystery of the stray moggy?
You get one safe and you feel good about that, but then there's another. Do you know anything about a pregnant black cat around here?
In Britain, 87% of cat owners think cats improve the quality of their lives. But cat crazy Andy Richards, however, has dedicated his life to saving stray cats all over East Lancashire. Emergency calls come into Andy's shop constantly. He's the cat's only hope.
So I think we're going to have to shut the shop.
Someone spotted what they think is a pregnant stray.
We're never sure if they're actually going to still be there when we get there. The chances are, if we're lucky, she may still be around. We don't want her to have had a kitten somewhere already in the meantime. We want to get her before she does.
There are around 9 million stray cats in the UK. Bachelor Andy is dedicated to doing what he can for those in Lancashire. He neuters and rehomes around 300 every year.
The trouble is, you get one safe and you feel good about that, but then there's another. And you always feel, for every one you get, there's another 10 that you haven't got. Hopefully we'll be able to spot this pregnant cat. But then, of course, spotting the cat and catching the cat can be 2 different things completely.
Andy's prepared to hunt high and low, day or night, if he thinks a cat's in trouble.
The thing is, it's such a wide area that there's no point in putting a bowl of food down, because the chances are, you put a bowl of food down here and she's right over there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to knock on a couple of doors. Hello, I'm sorry to bother you. Do you know anything about a pregnant black cat around here? You've not seen a pregnant black cat? No. I've knocked on a few doors and I've found a cat that matches the description that's a stray that lives in somebody's garden. If it is female, I don't think it's pregnant, because the woman says she's been around for years and she's never had kittens. So it's likely that she says she feeds the cat and somebody down the road feeds this one as well. So it's possible it's a 6-dinner Sid and has just a bit porky.
Mystery solved, but it's straight on to the next case. 3 feral cats have been trapped by Andy's friend Michael.
It's the knackered old tomcats that I really identify with. And this woman said to me, well, you know why that is, don't you? Because you feel a bond with them. You feel that you can see something of yourself in those over-the-hill old tomcats. It looks like a boy, I'm not entirely certain. Can you see there? All right, darling. See, this now is a proper feral. This is a proper feral, this. This has never been handled, never been inside before. This is a proper wild cat. Darling, just go out for me, lovey, that's it. That's it. All right, lovey, okay. Come on, don't hurt yourself now.
Andy's years of experience have given him a good understanding of cats.
Oh no, I think it's a girl. I mean, look at that. 2 feral cats there, completely wild. And you see, look how they're sticking together for comfort. Like now, the little one her fear is feeding off the big one. And so, even if there's a chance of socialising her, it's made twice as hard because she's in with another very frightened cat. It's like a wild animal. It's like taking a fox into your home. It's like trying to tame a badger.
There are about 40 feral cats living in the wasteland behind this house, reliant on Andy and Michael's kindness. They dish out around 150 meals a week to these famished felines.
This is what it's all about. These are the most unwanted cats in society that otherwise would have absolutely no one and nothing. And they've got a quality of life. You know, they're like lovely fluffy Persians and pedigree cats, Bengals. Everybody oohs and ahs over them, and they sell for hundreds of pounds. And these are ones that you couldn't give away 5 for a penny. And just look at them, they're beautiful, beautiful animals.
Britain's compulsion for cat shows began over 100 years ago, and now every other week, scores of cat lovers trudge up and down the country to show their prized pussies.
Morning, how's Vladimir?
The West of England and South Wales Cat Society show is one of the largest in the land.
There are so many different varieties of cats. You do get hooked. Once you've been to one, you will come back time and time again.
I am hooked on cat shows. I get withdrawal symptoms if I can't attend a cat show, I can tell you.
There may be 8 million pet cats in the UK, and whilst every owner thinks theirs are special, it's at elite cat competitions like this one that the very best are crowned top cat.
Competition is nice. To know that you have the best and the best of your breed is wonderful.
People do get serious in cat shows. There are some that think they're better than the others, but we're all on an even par, really. Well, the most of us are, anyway.
Today, Sue Miller has brought 7 cats, 3 Burmese, 2 Siamese, an Oriental, plus a young exotic short hair called Henry.
Here we are, all these 300 odd nearly entries, and you can have a complete diversity of cats and of people.
There we go. Top shows can feature up to 900 competition cats, so it's understandable that with so many categories and breeds to assess, judges must be both knowledgeable and efficient. But first things first, the meddling humans are locked out of the room, and then judging can begin.
She's an exotic short hair. She's a very nice temperament.
You have your standard of points, which says their ears must be like this, their tail so long. But in the end, it's the subjective, what the judge personally likes. That's part of the game of showing.
It does have a lovely sized nose leather and nostrils. It's a dinky little tail, isn't it?
In the holding area, the nerves are getting to Sue.
After 30 whatever years, my heart is beating like a steam engine, and I'm thinking, oh, why have I done this? The adrenaline and the excitement keeps you going.
British Shorthairs are the most popular show breed, taking up nearly half of all registrations. But judges who get covered in short hairs during competition are far from happy.
She's losing it like mad, look. The coat's incredibly loose at the moment. Just should have been done before. And they could have cleaned her eyes out a bit, look. You don't get a reward for not prepping.
And whilst most of the cats are in their element at the show,
Come on, Sally.
some moggies are a bit more moody.
Sometimes they make their feelings known. My space, don't touch.
With judging complete, the results of each category are pinned to the board. But have Sue's moggies made the grade?
I still, after 35 years, I still get terrible butterflies in my tummy. And here's my Burmese, and she's got her Premier certificate, and she's got Best of Breed. So I'm thrilled. That's the first time she's been in this class. She became a grand champion. I've got two Best of Varieties. You can't complain however tired you are.
It's a brilliant result. But what of 2-year-old Henry, Sue's youngest cat on the block and a competition novice?
He's a clever boy. Look what you won. See? Yeah, you won that. And this one. Yes. So well done, well done, well done, well done.
Best of Breed and a kiss for Henry, which will probably be rewarded by a treat at home. And she'll do it all again next week. In California, self-confessed cat lady Linnea first began saving injured, abandoned and feral cats completely on her own.
Chris, I need you to save this mouse. That was a foolish mouse.
Yeah, I don't know how we got this far.
But now she runs the largest no-cage, no-kill, free-roaming cat sanctuary and adoption centre in the world.
We get probably 2,000 animals off the streets every year. I tell people I'm the Costco of kitties.
The biggest challenge facing Linnea's shelter is the kitten explosion that overwhelms them year in, year out.
This is the fun part. I know it's feeding time. Children. Okay, guys, let me get in here. Let me get in here.
We take in, 1,500 or more kittens a year. All the cats that are here are spayed, neutered, tested, microchipped, and vaccinated.
The cat house spays and neuters over 5,000 cats a year, costing them over $100,000, up to 1/10 of their total budget.
Cost to operate now is 1.6+ million. First 7 years I was out of my own pocket.
$1.6 million is a huge bill to pay, and the sanctuary relies on donations from other cat lovers to keep it going. Thankfully, in the USA, cat ladies are a dime a dozen.
This lady's name is Doreen Wallet. She had never been here. She died and left us her estate, and that ended up selling for $300,000. It was just kind of a gift, big gift.
But it's not just the Californian locals who share Linnea's passion for pussycats. The cat's out of the bag, and it seems the cat house has gone global.
We heard about this place through Facebook.
There's 1,000 cats.
We got $100,000. Here. All right, let's go.
This is literally a dream come true for us. Literally a dream come true.
David and Sheena from Belfast are just two of the thousands of feline fanciers who come here to experience free-roaming cats firsthand.
We've got 12 cats between us.
We actually met through.
Yeah, we met through
Our love of cats.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so
there's nothing like them.
best animals on earth, in my opinion. Oh, look, right, just there. Hey, you. Hey, gorgeous.
In true entrepreneurial style, Linnea has thrown open her cat flaps on the older cat's bunkhouse to humans. So for a paltry $50, guests can enjoy the Pussy Palace all night.
This is the senior house, but it's also where we have the guest room. Feel free to take a few cats to bed with you tonight. Yeah, we got cats everywhere. That cat doesn't like cats.
What might be an asthmatic's nightmare is a dream come true for David and Sheena.
Aren't you gorgeous?
This is your guest room. I took the liberty of allowing some cats in here.
Goodness,
I thought you might want to feel like home.
Oh, isn't this
So
fantastic?
you've got some guests for the night.
Oh my goodness. And can we leave the door open for more cats to come in if they want to?
If you're brave enough, you are welcome to have all the cats you want.
Oh, isn't that fantastic?
Well, with 1,000 to choose from, David and Sheena waste no time getting comfy with cuddly kitties.
Oh, I'm getting bitten. Ow! Ow, 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 ow.
The only annoying thing is we're staying here one night.
Coming up in part 4, we meet the lady whose rescue cats are earning their keep at her kitty cafe.
When people come in, they can relax with the cats, but it's not like you choose a cat, it's more like the cat chooses them.
Was David and Sheena's fun night with the felines really the cat's whiskers?
Is that the wee cheeky one? Oh, he's nuzzling. Oh, he's tote.
And Andy makes a tattoo tribute to his feline family.
It just makes me quite proud, actually. All my babies on my skin. You could say the children's substitutes. They're my family.
Pussies Galore is shaking paws with the world's biggest cat lovers. And now it's time for a cuppa. Love cake? Love coffee? Love cats? Well, so does Katie Glazier. And she's turned her passion into the perfect business.
It's the ultimate cat experience. You can relax with the cats. You can go up to the cats and pet them, play with them. It's been designed to suit our cats' needs. Like everything we do here is for the welfare of the cats. So when people come in, they can relax with the cats, but it's not like you choose a cat. It's more like the cat chooses them.
Katie's taken 10 cats so far from a local rescue centre and made Mog on the Tyne their home. They now live a life of luxury in the cafe, where visitors queue around the block and pay a £5 entrance fee to spend an hour in their company.
I think it's absolutely wonderful. It really is. I'd never heard about it until about a fortnight ago, and I just couldn't believe it when I read it. And I rang you straight away, didn't I? And told you.
Aww, that's so cute.
The cats accept guests from 10 in the morning until 3 p.m, when they enjoy some peace and quiet and take a 2-hour cat nap. Then it's back on duty for more visitors until 8 o'clock.
A lot of people say their favourite cat is Stan, who's had a really hard life. Was hit by a car and had to have his jaw rewired, which means that his tongue always hangs out, but we just think it's really adorable. We have a hashtag on Twitter, selfie with Stan, so everyone tries to get a little selfie with him, sticking his tongue out, and it's really cute.
Katie got the idea when she visited Asia, where these cafes are all the rage. There are over 40 in Tokyo alone. Katie spent the last 2 years bringing the concept from Japan to Geordieland, which meant making sure her cats were on the right side of the law.
We applied for a performing animals licence. It's not like our cats are performing or anything, but that's the closest licence that we could get to what we were doing.
And with the cats licensed to roam, the customers can't get enough of their antics.
We've been delighted by it. There's loads more cats than we thought there would be. There seems to be cats everywhere.
I used to have cats when I was younger and I don't have any now, so this is a great opportunity to save on vet bills and come and relax and a lovely environment and you know, enjoy all the cats.
The food's been good. The decorations are fantastic, aren't they? I think the place is just wonderful.
We've had all sorts of people come over. We've had policemen come in wanting to relax, get students. I mean, there's thousands of students in the city. Older people who can't necessarily keep a cat anymore. Just all walks of life come here.
It seems hungry guests and happy cats are a recipe for success for Cat Crazy Katie.
I love cats. I don't really mind being called a crazy cat lady. I think there's a lot of them that come here, so I feel at home.
A man not known for taking a break is Andy Richards, East Lancashire's one-man cat rescue team. He's dedicated to making their lives better.
I couldn't be without my cats. I couldn't. It'd just be life not worth thinking about.
Andy's cats are always close to his heart and also all over his arm.
I mean, this is something that when I had 4 cats, it seemed like a good idea.
but somewhere down the line I've kind of lost control of it.
Every cat he's ever owned is on Andy's body, but he needs to add the latest 3. So it's off to the tattoo shop.
So what's the total, Andy? How many cats are we on?
I'm actually up to 14 at the moment at home.
Yeah? How many on the arm? That's a few more than 14.
Yeah, well, some of them, you know, sadly over the years, some of them have died, so... I don't know actually, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18 that makes altogether. And I reckon there's room for about 3 or 4 more there, before we have to start thinking about other parts of the body. You know, we all have our passions, don't we? We all have our, well, it's not a hobby, but we all have hobbies and interests in our life. Cats is mine, cat welfare. It gives me an enormous sense of well-being, which it does. It makes me feel like I'm really doing something, and I'll leave the world a better place than I find it.
All done. So that's Jocasta, Fahedra and Snowball added to Andy's ever-growing tattoo tribute.
Yeah, this time next year I'll be down to there.
Fingers.
Going down to the, they'll be going, having the names going that way along fingers. It just makes me quite proud actually. You know, I've got all my babies on there permanently on my skin, a permanent part of me forever. Yeah, I suppose you could say the people substitutes, children substitutes. You know, they're my family.
As the sun rises over the Californian cat house.
Oh, look at this day, isn't it beautiful, love? Hey, you guys.
David and Sheena from Belfast are waking up following their first ever overnight stay in 1000 Cat Heaven.
Oh, it was fantastic.
We went and fed the cats outside. Kitty, kitty, kitties! Kitty, 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 kitties! We opened up about 30 cans of food. They're all crawling all over you and sitting on your back. And is that the wee cheeky one?
Is that the black guy?
Yeah. Oh, he's nuzzling. Oh, he's stoked. So that was class.
You think you fed them all another
100
or 30, 100, whatever, a pair. Went to bed and...
just snuggled up with them all night.
All night.
Absolutely lovely.
I recommend anyone who's a cat lover and is coming over to America to book the guest room here, because it's a fantastic experience. This has been the highlight of all my trips to America. This will never be forgotten.
It seems the cat house has secured celebrity status in the cat world, which means former beauty queen Linnea is thrust back into the limelight to become the sanctuary cover girl.
Today we have some photographers coming they're from the LA area, Santa Monica. So I don't wear earrings, I don't wear watches, I don't wear rings, I don't wear any jewelry at all, ever. I haven't worn it for 20-something years. When you have curly hair, it goes where it wants to go. I am a cat lady, you know, let's face it, I'm the epitome of cat ladies. Come here, babies. You want me to come here, kitty, 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 kitty. To be honest, if I could explain why I have gone so far, I really don't know. I love cats. I've always loved cats, even since I was a 3-year-old. Armando, more food over this way. Open it, let them smell them, and bring them this way. Kitty, 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 kitty. I enjoy their personality. They don't care what you look like in the morning. They're independent. I don't know why it became such an obsession. Mental illness, maybe? Most likely. I think I'll have 1,000 cats. What a novel idea.